What's up, YouTube? It's me, artisanmc. Sorry, I don't know what the hell was going on, but the car and the phone were not cooperating, and the phone kept doing like the Google Assistant thing. I don't know what was going on. I rebooted the phone, it still didn't work. Shut off the car, turned back on the car, it didn't work. So I had to finagle some stuff and pull over to figure out what the hell was going on. But thank you guys for hanging in there. Till I got this started. Shout out to Aaron Peterson. Says salute fam, Geek Toll. Yeah, appreciate the Geek Toll. And appreciate Malika Me Bane, my cinephilic brother, said for the collection plate on Friday night. Appreciate it, Malika. Yeah, I'm gonna need a drink tonight. I really am gonna need a drink tonight. Cause my nose is so backed up. I have a fucking headache, and I can't tell if it's sinus pressure or irritation. But my fucking head is killing me, and it does not help that dumb shit happen. All right, so let me give this 3B salute to Aaron Peterson. Thank you. I appreciate you for the support. So, I titled this a Geek Speak because I don't want to talk about work, even though I know one of them bitch asses is probably listening. And I say bitch asses because I hope you are, asshole. So, other than that, I figured I would relieve some stress by talking about some less stressful geek shit. Which, and something I heard recently that has me thinking a little about, what to do with Disney and Marvel and Lucasfilm. And it had me pondering a question, right? It had me pondering a real serious question. And I wasn't sure if I wanted to wait till Sunday to bring it up on the Shop Talk, because I told you guys I wanted to change the format of Shop Talk. And the format change I wanted to do was just to have one topic and have you guys come up and talk about that one topic. Now, it's not really, to me, it's a change for me, but it's not really a change the same way people run panels. That you run a panel talking about one subject, and the shit ends up going every which way on a whole bunch of other than what was focused on, right? The only way you get a real focused conversation about a panel discussion, if you tell it right off the bat that it's open ended, right? Otherwise, it's real hard to try to rein people in to just speaking on the subject and not, grandstanding and self-promoting. So, I'm not saying anybody here has that problem, but it does make it a bit challenging, put it that way. What up, no one? Package man. So, the topic I was thinking about is this two parts. First part is, do you believe that Disney would sell Lucasfilms? Do you believe that Disney would sell Lucasfilms? That's the first part of the question. The second part of the question is, if Disney was to sell Lucasfilms, who do you think would buy it? What up, Skillmonger? Who do you think would buy it? And I wanted to have you guys, you know, kind of talk about that because I thought it would be something that you would have some ideas on, as opposed to me taking in all this information and news and stuff like that, and then, you know, kind of condensing it into a form of my editorial, you know, view on it. And you actually get to say, maybe you've heard some of this information, maybe you haven't. What do you think about this? You know, so what I will do is I will do the unheard of, which was during the Cardison MC stream. Shout out to Toya. I will attempt to drop a fucking link. Son of a bitch. That damn thing. Stuff I don't want it to touch always goes off. But the stuff I'm trying to actually touch and do fucking doesn't happen. Fucking irritating. Irritating as shit. Fuck you. Now it's it's too sensitive. Fucking hell. I tell you, this fucking ugh. At times I miss having an actual fucking button to touch. But then at least, there you go. Alright, fucking hell. Now there's the link. If you want to come up and, you know, bat it back and forth like cats playing with the ball of yarn, let's do that shit. Because I'm up for the conversation. I'm a little bit aggravated, but I'm not aggravated at you guys. So if you hear a little edge in my tone, don't take it personal. Let's act like we grown-ups and understand that that shit is not for me. Shit. Sinus. Sinus is an allergy. Boy, that will make me murderous. Make me murderous. Get it? No one, no one, no one, no one. Badu, you have no fucking idea. You have no fucking idea how much on point you are with that comment for the day. You have no fucking idea. No fucking idea. And I'm trying not to mention that shit. Like I told you, I know one of the motherfuckers is listening to this shit. And I have a whole thing I have to do now. So, fuck them. And that bitch ass motherfucker. So, yeah. Does sound like somebody else's damn problem. So, the link is there. If you want to come up and talk about this shit, I won't go into it. So, for me, do I believe Disney will sell Lucasfilms? From what I heard, and this is only what I heard because I don't have these people's sources and shit, right? It would look like they are. It would look like they may be contemplating that idea. Now, to me, it does not make much sense to do that. Thank God for traffic. Now I can actually spit this fucking shit out of my book. Excuse me. For me, it doesn't make much sense for them to pay all that money for Lucasfilms, let one goofy ass woman try to run it into the ground on her personal bullshit to turn around and sell it at a loss. That does not make any sense to me. Now, you may be able to write it off on your taxes or something like that. I don't know. But, look, you've had it for 10 years. You've had it for 10 years and fucked it off. So, I don't think you're going to sell it for a profit right now. I think the better first step would be to actually fire Kathleen Kennedy. What up, AB? That would be the best step. Fire her. Fire her and everybody she brought with her into Lucasfilms. That would be the best step. Because they have meant no goodwill towards Lucasfilms since being there. And have worked and subverted what George Lucas's dream of that shit was, what his intent of that franchise was, and that entire brand. That's 3 fucking sins to me. That they have gone in and tried to really destroy that man's legacy. What's good, Bizzle?
Hey, what's going on?
Yeah, did you hear the questions? Or the question with 2 parts?
No, I didn't.
Oh, shit. Pissed me off. Okay. All right, the question was, do you think Disney is going to sell Lucasfilms? And then the second part of the question was, if Disney sells Lucasfilms, who do you think would buy it?
Hey! Who's big enough to buy it?
There's a couple of people who's big enough to buy it. But I haven't got to that part of the question yet. I'm still on the first one. Do you think Disney would sell Lucasfilms?
They would be stupid too, but
why do you think they'd be stupid too?
Because all they have to do is fire Kathleen Kennedy and get some people who actually like the stuff to make a profit.
Same thing I said. First step would be to fire Kathleen Kennedy.
It's rocket science. I'm not a rocket scientist, but it's not that hard. If you need to make money, seriously.
If you need to bring it back to profitability, I think that would be the logical first step to get rid of the person who's lost you the most goddamn money in it. Dude, if this was a stock market, and this is just my assumption because I've never worked on a stock market, but how I understand it works is that if you were a agent or whatever on the floor, a broker on the floor, and you kept losing your clients shitloads of money,
yeah,
the first step they would do, instead of dumping the brokerage company, would be to fire your ass. That would be the logical first step, because obviously this broker, this agent, don't know what the fuck they doing, and they losing me hundreds of millions of dollars. Fuck them. Give me another broker or find me another firm. Because obviously y'all ain't got the gumption to get rid of the dead weight. But that's just me. What up, Rainfire? One of my favorite medieval phrases. Rainfire! But that's my thinking. But the conversations I'm hearing and listening to, it sounds like it could be plausible. But for me, after the $1 billion or so they paid for that franchise, they've invested so much money into that franchise with theme parks and shit like that, merchandise and stuff. They'd be a goddamn fool to turn around and say, you know what? Yeah, too much of a problem. Let's sell that off and give that to somebody else. But here's the but for that one. Given how much money Disney is in the hole with like $3 billion, yeah, they could probably recoup a lot of that if they sold it. They probably could. They could fill that hole by selling it. It would still be at a loss for what they paid for it, but it would probably be enough to cover their difference of that hole they're trying to fill up.
Well,
they've already. Go ahead.
If they do sell it, make sure they leave. Make sure if you want it to be profitable, make sure you leave Captain Kennedy behind. Don't sell it with Captain Kennedy. I'm just saying.
You can't sell it with her attached to it. That's the poison pill. That's the poison pill. That's the whole reason the shit is going down the tubes now. The whole reason. Her and the folks she brought with her. The Vagisil force. That's the whole problem. That's what's killing it. So you couldn't sell it with her attached to it. Look, this motherfucker radioactive and she's standing by herself.
Yeah, really.
I would really be surprised to see another company pick up a her or a Victoria Alonso. Only person I think that would be that goddamn dumb is Amazon. That's the only person I think that would be that damn dumb. Because it's no country for old feminists. I'm telling you that much. There's no country for old feminists.
You ain't shit.
No.
Yeah.
No, I'm not. But you agree. So you ain't shit either. I'm in good company because you agree too. Look, you think Warner Brothers gonna take them all?
No.
No. They got rid of one. And Zaslav ain't there to play that shit. No. Universal? Well, I guess maybe. They want to keep fucking up? Yeah, sure. Why not? Paramount? Is there a Fox left? No, Disney owns them. So, look, as far as I know, unless they're about to go over to Bollywood or some shit like that, there's not a lot of people about to fuck with them. Not knowing the kind of stuff they was up to. So right. KK is radioactive. The only job she got right now is Lucasfilm. And she should be one foot out the door with the other one on a banana peel holding on to the door frame right now. She should have been long gone a long time ago. And her only play is to jump up and say, oh, I'm making my own production studio. You're going to have to. You're going to have to. Because who's going to hire you? Dealing with that shit? No fucking way. Oh, hell no, nigga. No. After your resume is you took a cash cow and turned it into an emaciated powdered milk teat having what? You couldn't get Jack and the Beanstalk money for that shit. No, you couldn't get Magic Beans for it. Fucked it up. Like I thought Disney would be one people that could not be stupid enough to take a goose that lays the golden eggs and cut his goddamn throat and make pate out of it. I didn't think Disney could. But all it took was one chick to say, I want pate. God damn. She said, fuck it. I guess the golden goose was named George, and she didn't have a problem cutting that throat.
Well, actually, I'm not surprised they're that stupid because you got to remember, these are the same people who are propping up Brie Larson.
Yeah, and Alonzo. So, no, they all part of the same cabal, if you want to call it that. Since everybody like these big shadowy organizations.
Did you get that article? Did you get that article I sent you talking about Brie Larson? Well, wonder why nobody likes her.
She wondering? She ain't been on the internet? She got a whole YouTube channel. She got a whole YouTube channel. You don't know why people don't like you? We've been very clear on what people don't like about your ass.
Hey, Barson, we've been very clear. Her own co-star have been very clear.
Her co-stars is really clear. It's evident. It's in evidence. It's video recorded. With them actually giving you pushback on, no, bitch, that's not what it is. They did everything but calling the unflattering names that I have. Like, shit,
yeah.
But they said it. Like, holy shit, you don't know? Get the fuck out of here. How do you not know? The internet criticism on this motherfucker alone, outside of an Alonzo or a KK, is there in evidence. This ain't just one or two people that work with you, motherfucker. This is a whole spectrum of people who watched your work, watched your interviews, listen to dealt with you
That's
on
a
other
horrible
sets.
ass
Like,
movie.
no, holy shit, are you kidding me? Look, I felt a little twinge of bad for her when I read that article recently. This article came out a couple weeks ago, and I think I sent it to Dr. T and BGS. No, I think I actually put it up on my community too. And it was talking about her boyfriend broke up with her, and she didn't have no place to live. And she's saying this in the article.
What?
And she's 30-something years old, recently released that her boyfriend broke up with her. She doesn't have a place to live, no family, and it's really a good transformational moment for her so she can think about her life and what's going on. I'm like, you ain't even got a place to live? Are you fucking kidding? I thought you were an Oscar-winning actress. Get the fuck out of here.
Wait a minute. Let me get this straight. She has Marvel movie money, and her boyfriend kicks her out, and she has nowhere to go?
Bruh, that's why I was shocked when I read this shit. I'm like, what? Wait a minute. I thought you were a part of a $1 billion movie. What was your cut? Peanuts? What the fuck? What? That don't even make any sense. That makes no goddamn sense. I'm like, you don't even have a house? And even if you didn't have a house, even if you were staying with your boyfriend because he was, big shit producer or whatever the fuck, that happens, okay? It might shine a little light on her. It's like, oh, maybe she's traditional. She moved in with him, right? Okay, whatever the fuck. Why the hell would you be in an article mentioning that y'all broke up and that you had no place to live? That's like saying, yeah, look, you see me and all this shit, but my credit score is 400 and I can't get an apartment. Like, what? My bank account is negative and I can't get in an apartment. Huh? Look, even if you got paid $30 million for one movie, I would just assume, maybe you got 50K in the bank. Maybe 50K in the bank. If not 10K. And that living in LA, being a Oscar-winning actress, a known name in Hollywood, you couldn't walk into anybody's apartment building, condo, whatever, and say, hey, I like this unit, I want it. And have a place to stay. Just off that. No credit check, no nothing. It's like, oh shit, you good for it. But well, maybe I'm just naive and thinking that's how Hollywood works. Maybe I'm naive.
Holy shit. To answer your second part of the question, maybe WB. I'm not sure if Viacom would buy it because they technically have Star Trek. I'm not sure who would buy it.
Yeah, they wouldn't be competing no more. Well, the person who claimed the closest to what I was thinking was no one. No one said it, what I was thinking in the chat. Right? He said it. Sony. Sony would be the people I think that would buy it. And I'll tell you exactly why I think Sony would be the one to buy it if Lucasfilms was up for sale.
Oh, yeah, that would be.
You know why? The reason I think Sony would be the one to buy it if it was up for sale, because one, they got the money. And two, Asians love Star Wars. I mean, love it. And three, they would treat it with some respect. And they would make sure it turned a profit for them. Yeah, look, Malika thinking like a CEO, like streaming rights? Oh my nigga. They'd be rubbing their hands together.
they can make the game exclusive. Yep, yeah, that would be a good buy for Sony.
Brand exclusive, dude. If Sony bought Lucasfilms the day that deal was done and that shit transitioned over, you would see a blow up in PlayStation sales because that shit would be streaming on PlayStation Network.
Yep.
Flat out. Exclusive, nigga. With the big E on it. With the big EX. Exclusive. To Sony. If you got a PlayStation. They would sell more Apple TV subscriptions off of that shit.
Yep.
Because that's where they could put it. Right on Apple. Bruh. Fuck around and find out. Fuck around and find out. Yeah, Malika, fuck you, pay me. With the force, nigga. And Fracture, JT, yeah, Brie Larson. She said she didn't have a home. Now I kind of felt bad for her a bit. I do have a heart, okay? I am empathetic to people when they're struggling. I am, right? I've been in that situation. Hey, I stayed with a chick before, and the shit didn't work out, and then you have to leave. Okay, lesson learned. Never stay with a chick, right? Never stay with a chick. Lesson learned. Never do it again. Cool. But on her side of it, a female, you can always find a home. You ain't gonna end up on the streets, but I find it very strange that an Oscar-winning actress needs to mention in an article that she don't have a home. Because I think that should be something you can find immediately.
She doesn't have a manager? Oh, wait, they're probably in a manager that can stand her. Never mind.
I would think that would be something your agent could take care of for you, lickety split. Don't worry, girl, we're going to get you sorted out. I'm going to make a call, sit by the phone, go get something to eat, get you some Starbucks. I'll call you back in 15 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Call back in 15 minutes. Okay, we got you set up at such and such. Go over here, talk to so-and-so. They'll get you set up, and the moving company's coming to get your stuff out of homeboy's house and move it into your new place. We're going to get you straight. You're going to be good. That's what I'm thinking. But maybe I'm an idiot. Maybe that's not how Hollywood works. Maybe it's not. Maybe that's not what your agent does for you. But I figured that should have been an easy fix. That should have never been something that needed to be mentioned in an article. Yeah, I'm broken up and now I don't have a home and I don't have this. I'm like, what the fuck, bitch? That made me feel a little bad for a minute. I did. I don't want to see anybody really homeless. I really don't. So I felt a little bad for him, but I'm thinking about it. But me thinking about it is like, I wonder if he couldn't put up with that attitude. Gotta be a reason, right? Gotta be a reason. Maybe it's just his fault, right? Maybe it's all him. He was the problem. That's why you had to go. I don't know. So I felt a little bad.
You saw our boy Jeremy in that interview. He just had to say in his face, he's like, "Oh, this stupid heifer right here."
Jeremy Renner strikes me as somebody who got the same problem I do. You jump in when you see something wrong, and you can end up getting fucked up for that. Because you see something wrong, you want to jump in and actually do something about it, not just sit back there like, man, somebody should do something. Let me pull out my phone and record it. No, let me jump in and do something about this shit, right? He has that, and he can't keep his mouth closed when he sees something fucked up. He does not have a good poker face with shit he don't like. Like, I'm gonna throw up. This bitch is getting on my nerves. Get me out this seat. Get me out this seat. Get me out this seat. I'm gonna go off. Tell her to stop talking. Just tell her to shut up. And I won't say anything. But if you keep letting her talk, I'm gonna say something. That's how Jeremy Renner strikes me. That's how he strikes me. Like he couldn't hold that shit in, and it was showing all over his fucking face. Like he was not feeling it. And Don Cheadle was worse. You want to see somebody looking fucked up? Don Cheadle was right there on camera, like, don't touch me.
Don't
touch me. I'm not feeling you. Don't fucking touch me. don't put your stupid off on me. No. This is my body.
After Jonathan Majors, I don't blame him.
This is my body, my palace. Don't touch it. My body, my choice. I don't want you touching me. Like, shit. So that's a given. And Rainfire, yeah, No Country for Old Feminists, yeah. So you saying dude with a bad haircut should show up with a cattle bolt gun and let nature take its course? I'm saying that. That's pretty fucked up. But look, out to pasture. Let it roam free. Let it roam free. Like I said before, when they announced that she was going to, leave Lucasfilm, and when she left, she'd be starting her own company, dubbed Starlight Productions or some shit. I'm like, this bitch, damn, George, what did you do? What does she think you did to her?
She
acted like you had her abort a baby or something. Like, god damn, George, what is it? I gotta know. I really want to know. If I ever met George Lucas in person, that would be hard for me not to say to him, beard and all, we could be both wearing the same flannel, and I'd be like, nice to meet you, Mr. Lucas. Why does Kathleen Kennedy hate you so much? Like, what the fuck? We would have to have a real conversation because I need to know. What is her fucking issue? Like, she gave up her first child for you or some shit like that, and you went and fucked another bitch. She on some shit like that. Like, no, everything you ever done gotta be destroyed by my hands. Like, oh my god.
She's like a vain ex-girlfriend.
Like a scorned bitch. Like, Jesus. She going way hard in the paint. And it ain't just him. It ain't just his brand. It's every character he loves. All of that shit. You know this goofy motherfucker right now wants to rebrand Lucasfilm? She wants to rebrand it. She wants to change the name to something else. Because that's still something within her purview to do. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. She gonna change the name of it? Oh my god, dude. Get her out of here. Quick. Get her out of here. What is y'all doing? Why is it taking so long? Look, I don't need Indy 5 to come out that shit ain't gonna make no money. Get the fuck out of here. Oh my god, what did Malika say? Sucks to be her. That's her fault for bad money management, and not having her shit together as a backup plan. Look, dude, I don't know how far your shit gotta be fucked up to be a star in a $1 billion, quote unquote, $1 billion movie, to be part of a Marvel franchise and not be able to have your own home in a minute. After a breakup. That seems fucking crazy to me. You cannot be making that little money, bitch. You cannot be. That's about as goofy as, I don't know, an NBA player who's been in the league 5 years and all of a sudden he turned around and he's homeless because he quit last year. Huh? The guy, you homeless. Yeah. How did that happen? He was making like $50 million a season from jump. The fuck do you got, a coke habit? A shopping fetish? What the hell? It does not make any logical sense. So I don't know if she don't have any money or what, but just the fact that she said that in an article raises a lot of questions. What the fuck is going on with you? Holy shit, that makes no sense. Not when you can sign on the contract and get paid millions. You ain't even got no kids. You ain't been married before. You only in your 30s. What? No, that does not compute. I'm sorry. I'm very analytical. That shit does not compute.
No, it doesn't.
There's some Chinese kid with an abacus saying, no, that don't add up. Don't add up. Sorry, no. That is a non-function right there.
That makes as much sense as Michelle Obama saying she's a single mother.
Wow, no one ain't shit. He said she can go make a quick buck at Vivid Studios. No, she can't. You know why?
No.
She ain't got no ass. She ain't got no ass. But Vivid would pay her if she was willing to do that kind of work. I mean, given how Hollywood get down, it would not be on a casting couch. You'd have to, do it on camera in front of some folks. But I don't know. That's always an option for ladies. Dudes, look, there's a bar that you got to reach. She can go get black films. Shut the fuck out of shut the fuck up, no one. You stupid as shit. No, she cannot go get black. You know why? Because then her ass would be sitting there. She'd do that shit for a year, and then I have to listen to her and Mia Khalifa complaining about the shit. Then I have to listen to both of them. Well, the ills of the porn industry, and I chose to do that shit. Fuck you, goofy bitch. Wasn't you in college, Yale, Harvard, one of the motherfuckers? You were putting out your TikTok, dick teasing pictures and shit. Just thought that you was gonna come up in porn, and didn't think you was gonna be getting ran through by a bunch of big, strong dogs. What the fuck is you thinking? Come on, man. Stop it. Stop it. What did Rainfire say? Sounds like Shark Tank stuff. I don't care about your product. We're going to chop it up and sell the rights. We're going to get paid. Look, I know one thing about Japanese people. They make some good sushi. They make some good sushi. They will sell you every part of that damn fish.
Yep.
So, look, I like sushi. I like Lucasfilms intact. But saw what Disney did when they took it over. Did they sell off LucasArts? The video game part? Did they sell that shit off?
Yeah, they did. They sold the right to EA.
Okay. And LucasArts made some of the best games.
Yep.
Sold them bitches. The best and most difficult games. Because that shit wasn't easy. You had to actually learn how to play, nigga. No easy mode. Nah. No cheats.
Yeah, I think I might download Battlefront 2. I miss that.
Oh, shit. What a skill monger say? She could stay at your house? You ain't her type.
No.
She wouldn't. She probably wouldn't take that shit.
No.
Probably wouldn't take that shit.
Even if I had
she
the
ain't
money.
Ugly. No. She's not an ugly chick. She just plain. And I told y'all before, on different streams, a chick with a bad attitude, even a 10 with a bad attitude is no longer a 10 to me. Yep. No longer a 10. Nicole Murphy sits at a 10 for me. Young Nicole Murphy sits at a 10. If I found out Nicole Murphy had a shit-ass attitude, her ass would drop to a 7 real quick. I don't vibe with pretty chicks having shit attitudes. Fuck you. No. You don't deserve to have a shit attitude. Maybe if motherfuckers was treating you like shit, but being that you're pretty, most people weren't treating you like shit. Most people was kissing your ass because you were pretty. Fuck you. No. That's why I don't get like big chicks having attitudes. Like, what are you mad at me for? I'll at least be polite to you. What the fuck? You got a whole bunch of other problems you need to be dealing with instead of having a shit attitude too on top of it. And bad people skills. Oh, fuck no. Better work on what you can change immediately. Brie Larson starred in Black getting geeky. Shut the fuck up. I don't even think that'd break the internet, dude.
No one would care.
No one would care, exactly. No one would care. Like, fine, I guess that's how you got your Oscar anyway. Like, come on, man. Come on, man. Nobody would give a shit. Nobody would give a shit. It would barely make the news. Barely a cycle. Till people would look. A sex tape worked for Kim Kardashian. Spun that shit into a whole $1 billion enterprise. modern women were given really bad information and are running head first into reality and have no empathy for her, but not really. Yeah, well, yeah, they have been. And in one sense, I do feel bad for modern women because that term, modern women, has become a pejorative. It's become a negative term for them, but it's because of their behavior on whole, right? But I feel bad for them because they didn't have nobody to teach them that shit. When this society took the men out of the homes, it didn't just affect boys. It affected girls too.
Oh, yes.
And it affected girls in the way is that they don't know how to deal with men because they've never had a man in their life they could deal with that wasn't dealing with them through his Johnson. That's the problem. They only know how to deal with men when they got their pants down. They don't know how to deal with men any other way. That's why they have so many fucking problems. It's no different with guys in the same situation, in the same age group, that don't know how to deal with men critiquing them on their behavior and trying to get them to tone that shit down and dial back that femininity and increase your masculinity.
Now,
they still have that same problem. Like that. Yeah, it's the same problem. Reason why it ends in so much killing, because you can't fuck the dude. You can't fuck the dude. You can't fuck your way out of it. You don't get the reprieve of maybe I'll let her slide on this bullshit if she sucked me off. No. You don't get to slide on that. You have to get the full masculine shit. They'll get part of it. And a pass on the rest. Dude got to get the full buffet. That's the only thing. So these not having violence in the home is why you don't have no balance with none of these people. That's why. Because there was no one there to give that masculine balance, to balance out all that femininity bullshit with some masculinity, with some less emotion and more common sense. Why do you think me dating, if I date one of those, the first questions I ask a woman is what kind of relationship she has with her father? Why? Because it's a disqualifying question. Because it's going to tell me more than I need to know than asking her what the fuck she do and if she think I'm sexy. That tells me more than anything else, especially in this day and age. For a certain age range, that'll tell you everything you need to know. You can determine from that if you need to have a conversation or not. Any further. No date, no coffee, no nothing. Once you know that, you pretty much figured out everything else. Yeah, go ahead, yeah. Step to the left. You are too young to ride this ride. Malika said, KK is the Antichrist to the sci-fi world. Definitely the Lucasfilms. Definitely, she is the angel of chaos in that bitch. The Lucasfilms. And what you see is she does this shit intentionally. She's not even trying to make some of this shit good. If it got to do with a legacy character, she don't give a fuck. The decisions that she making, it keeps coming out when people talk about what the conversations were behind the scenes or why certain stuff went into movies or shows and was pulled out of movies or shows. She is always the one deciding not to put that shit in there or to take other things out because she's doing that shit, to me, purposefully. It's purposeful. She is trying to destroy that shit. She is. It's apparent. You can't look at Kenobi and not tell me that shit wasn't intentional. You can't look at Book of Boba Fett and tell me that shit probably wasn't intentional. Come on, man.
You look at Mando season 3 and tell some of that shit was intentional.
That last episode, you can't tell me that wasn't intentional. I'm serious. I cannot believe Jon Favreau signed off on Lizzo being in the episode. Get the fuck out of here. You gonna have I need to see him on tape say that shit. We thought it was a good idea. He didn't say that shit about the Kenobi show. Even though they want to put out there, oh, he kind of wrote it. Oh, that was Toby Harold. He has been very clear, like, yeah, some decisions were made. We wish we would have been consulted about some of this stuff. We could have changed it. That wasn't exactly, I would have did things differently. That lets you know he wasn't in the conversation. But because he and Dave's face is on Lucasfilms for all the new shit that's coming out, is trying to put it on him that he's the reason why the show was shit. He wasn't the reason. KK was the reason. That was her property. That's what she had control over. Every one of those shows that used to be a movie that was supposed to be a Star Wars story ahead of time, Boba Fett, Obi-Wan Kenobi, Solo, and Lando, is all her shit. The Obi-Wan Kenobi movie got turned into the Kenobi show. The Boba Fett movie got turned into the Boba Fett show. The Lando Calrissian movie, you ain't seen yet. Probably won't. And the Solo movie, you saw what the fuck it was. And thanks to Ron Howard, it wasn't as bad as it probably could have been. Fucking hell. That's her. She's trying to kill this shit. And will not leave until she puts the death nail in it. From everything I'm seeing, she refuses to leave until she gets that last stab in the heart, motherfucker. No, I gotta kill Luke again because they brought him back, motherfucker.
I don't care where she go, but she better not take her ass over the Viacom my Star Trek. Leave my Star Trek alone.
Shit, look, the shit they've been getting for Star Trek sucking is the reason why you got season 3 of Picard not sucking. They was already getting enough shit. They look, I don't know what y'all did over there in the Federation, but y'all got some stroke. Because I don't know who came in, but they got on that shit quick to turn that shit around.
Yeah, I think whoever did actually listen to BGS because they did something with the character. It sounds exactly like something BGS would do.
I don't know who the fuck they listen to, but whoever they listen to got some daddy long stroke. Because them motherfuckers got on that immediately. They was not letting. Paramount was not letting that shit go down. Look, season 1 sucked, season 2 sucked, season 3 sounds awesome. You ain't getting nothing but rave reviews right now. They tack quick. They turn they tanker quick as fuck. Like, no way. No.
Speaking of which, shout out to Michael Dorn. That Worf is getting it in, nigga.
Is he? Good. So that make me want to watch the shit. Look, I almost went ahead and bought Paramount because I want to see Picard. I am a Trekkie too.
Just buy it for 1 month.
I want my Star Trek to be good, but at this rate, I couldn't take on another show and see it just be bad, dude. It was killing my geek heart. This Star Wars shit is killing my geek heart. Marvel sucking ass is killing my geek heart, dude. They gonna stab me with so many pins in my shit. I might as well be a pincushion because I'm leaking. Marvel, Star Wars, fucking Lord of the Rings, video games, Magic the Gathering, nigga, they coming for my nuts. They'd already, forcibly abused my childhood. I'm like, God damn, give me a rest. Give me a break or something.
Straight up though, Artisan, pay $10. Don't pay the low price for Prime Plus because you're gonna get commercials. And watch it for 1 month. If you don't like it, unsubscribe.
Yeah. I'm thinking about taking my friend Max's point of view. She was the one who told me that shit, that she will order something for a month and then turn it off for 3 months and then come back and binge on all the stuff that she was watching 4 months ago and then shut that shit off again. I was like, that seemed really fucked up. But she does accounting. Business-wise, if you do that, it's 12 months in a year, right?
Right.
12 months in a year. If you do that twice a year and you spend $10 both times, it costs you $20 $20 for the year, and you saw everything you wanted to see, and you only paid for it twice. I'm like, well, look, can't argue with the numbers. I can't argue with the numbers, right? She might be onto something. She might be onto something. Like, she pretty and she got brains. Like, okay, well, what the fuck? She might be onto something. It's a lot better than paying for shit for a whole year at $10, $120, and it's sucking the whole time. Look, I can take something sucking for $20. It's like going to the movies and seeing a shit movie, But 120? I work a lot of hours for my money.
Season 3 is worth it because it's like old Star Trek. They even add movie references to the older Star Trek movies.
Look, when you told me it wasn't sucking no more, I took that under advisement. Here are some other people who was bitching about the show, changing their tune, talking about, damn, this shit is actually good this season. I'm like, okay, then this might be the time to watch it. But I'm still on the mindset of I don't like streaming turning into cable. I don't like streaming turning into cable.
Understood.
Streaming is supposed to be the alternative to cable. Paying $100 and something every month for a bunch of shit you never even watching, never showing anything good for you, but you still locked in to paying that much money every month for that shit. Fuck you. No, I'm trying to be, economical. I'll splurge on shit that I think is valuable. And to me, it's not valuable to pay in the hundreds of dollars for shit, and most of it I'm not watching, and it's not good anyway. No.
Oh, that's understandable.
Yeah,
I'm still watching the old Star Trek stuff, so it's worth the money to me.
Yeah, I like old Star Trek stuff, but here's my thing, AB. I got a pretty good memory, so I don't have to keep watching the shit, and that's why I'll let it go for a long time and come back to it, and it feels like new.
Yeah,
I'll still remember everything that happened as soon as I start watching it, but I can relive what I felt the first time I watched it. So it's a weird thing with me. It's just a weird way I go about shit.
Nothing wrong with that.
What did Malika say? The Solo flick was the beginning of the fuckery shitstorm. Solo actually wasn't that bad to me. I would look based on what they did in that one movie. Based on what they did in that one movie, I was interested to see a Donald Glover Solo Lando movie, and I'd be interested to see a Solo 2 with the same actors and see what's going on with Kira hooked up with Maul, and what's going on with Solo and Chewie being a new friends, being out there hustling, smuggling, doing whatever the hell else they doing in the universe, and seeing a young Lando maybe purchasing or winning the Cloud City in the poker game. I'd love to see that. I'd love to see him winning some of this shit that he's won in the movies and in the books, because Lando gambles. He always got a business. That motherfucker is the #1 hustler in the galaxy. He always got some shit. I'm reading listening to this Thrawn shit right now. He got a whole business, a whole mining company. Lando get his dough. Lando get his money. I need to see stories about that. That's empowering for young black boys. That motherfucker is industrious.
Yeah.
He always on it. I would love to see a young Lando doing that shit. Love to see that.
I'll say this about Solo. I'll watch Solo again. I will never watch Last Jedi, the movie that came out before that, again.
Can y'all see my face? I've seen Solo probably 4 or 5 times. You know how many times I saw The Last Jedi?
Once.
You know how many times I saw The Rise of Skywalker? 1, nigga. And that doesn't mean one love. That was not one love. It was one. One time. One time is what they got from me on each of those movies. Now, I've seen The Force Awakens probably 2 or 3 times because I could tolerate that one. That was kind of cool. The other 2, fuck you. Fuck you. Everything else, what? Even Rogue One, I've seen that like 4 or 5 times. I'll watch that on a lark because it looks beautiful. I like the story. It moved. It worked. Same thing with Solo. The other two movies, fuck you. I've never watched them motherfuckers again. Never. Have not. Will not. Not even when I'm bored, nigga, I wouldn't put that on to watch it. Hell no. Only way I'd watch that shit again if we were doing a live stream and roasting the shit out of it while we were watching it. That's the only way I'd watch that shit again. Other than that, it gets no play on my streaming. They might as well left that shit off of Disney Plus because I'm never going back there again. Fuck you.
Yeah.
Never. Never. I've watched a lot of other stuff, but you can add to that list now. Book of Boba Fett. I'm never watching that shit again. That was a letdown. Kenobi. No, no, nigga. No. That's 4 of them. All of them attached to the same bitch. Her influence off of all 4 of those. And you can't get me to watch. I'll watch the prequels and the original trilogy back to back all the way up to The Force Awakens and then cut that shit off from there and never watch anything else.
Yeah, I would rather go back and watch episode 2, which is my least favorite before the KK movies came out.
No shit. So I said, the movies she did made them prequels look a lot better, didn't they? So shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. And I would still watch Rogue One and Solo again. Still watch them. Why? Because
Rogue One was fun.
Rogue One was fun, and if you want to compare it, compare Rogue One to Andor, something somebody else, most people didn't even watch. It's the same feeling. It's the same thing. It's Star Wars for adults, in a sense.
Yes.
That it's a grown-up story. People actually have some real shit going on with them. Some real struggles.
Also,
it's shot beautifully. It looks good. Just looking at it, it looks good. Because I can't wait for Andor Season 2 to come back, because I got to know what's going on with Lucid. I need to know that used to be a Jedi. That nigga used to be somebody. I got to know. I'm in for the espionage, homie. I'm in for the espionage. Even with Diego Luna looking dumb-faced, fuck him. I don't care about his face. I need to know the story, man. I need the next part of that story.
Also, Rogue One's a good movie to watch with Star Wars Episode 4.
Exactly. Perfect.
It leads right into it.
Perfect. Exactly. If you watch the prequels, you stop at 3, you watch Rogue One, and then watch New Hope Episode 4. It works together. Perfectly works together. Perfect. That's how you do in addition to a franchise and put a movie into that timeline, which doesn't fuck up the timeline at all.
Mm-hmm.
It worked. It's a good waypoint. You can watch all of them all the way through and be good, but you better fucking stop at Force Awakens. You better stop there. You go any further, proceed at your own risk, nigga. We warned you.
Yeah.
Because for me personally, you can jump right over 7 and 8 or whatever the fuck it was. 4, 5, 6, 8, 9. You can jump over 8, 9 and just go to Mandalorian Season 1.
Yeah.
Or no, that's not how it works. You can skip. You can end on Return of the Jedi and then watch Mandalorian Season 1 and Season 2.
Mm-hmm.
And then watch Force Awakens and stop. Don't go any further. Don't watch 8 and 9. It'll make you upset. And also remember, don't look at Kenobi and don't look at Boba Fett. You'll be good. You'll be Gucci. You'll like Star Wars. You watch any of that shit in between there, your ass is going to be pissed. And if you don't think so, call it a geek challenge. I dare you to fucking do it. I dare you to do it. The prequels, Rogue One, the original trilogy, The Mandalorian Season 1 and 2, and then Force Awakens. See how that feels for you. See how the Force flows through you on that. Then if you feel like it, watch Book of Boba Fett, Kenobi, and then 8 and 9. And see, don't your ass be like, think a panther just shit in my mouth. The fuck is this shit? I feel like I was swishing that blue milk with Luke Skywalker. Yeah, the fuck they did to you. Jizzed in your mouth and called it blue milk.
The only episode of Kenobi I watched again is that last episode.
The last episode, no. I wouldn't even watch the last episode because Kenobi got up onto some the Avatar core level. This motherfucker throwing boulders and shit like that. Like, Kenobi, you ain't never been that strong like that in the Force, really? Get the fuck out of here. That's not you, dude. That's an Avatar. That's the Avatar shit. You stone bending all this. Get the fuck out of here, man. And y'all ain't supposed to fight.
Damn.
Y'all not supposed to fight and leave him alive again. This time, did you have the high ground this time, or you both on level ground? I don't know. But you're not supposed to fight him, do all that lead up about this is going to be me and him. One of us is going to have to die. And then walk away and leave his ass there with a stolen scene from the Clone Wars animation. Get the fuck out of there. No, nah. I wouldn't even watch the last episode. Because that was a bunch of dumb shit in that, too, that I was sitting there just like, oh, my God. Oh, my God. What the fuck are y'all doing? Why are you take the bigger ship after the rebels? You can take a solo ship after him. You don't need to take the whole Star Destroyer after his ship. Are you nuts? Nigga. Now I gotta sound like the Emperor too. I think your feelings on this are conflicted. Yeah, nigga. You making me side with the Emperor. Like, what the fuck are you doing, Vader? Lord Vader, what are you doing? Get on your mission. Get on your purpose, nigga. I think you care too much about Master Kenobi. No. I'm good. Apparently not, nigga. Let a whole resistance team get away. What the fuck's wrong with you? Oh, shit. He said, what did Rainfire say? Hey, roast them, do a geek mystic science theater 3000 straight. Just saying, you could probably get a whole month out of Disney stuff last year. Yeah, it would be. I couldn't put that shit on YouTube. Y'all have to jump into that stream like BGS do his behind the wall stuff. That could not go on YouTube because that shit would get, man, it would be more flags on the play. That shit would never even get seen. Like my video for Peacemaker or some shit. They struck that motherfucker off the internet. Nope, we took it down. Like, what are you doing? It's not even the show in there. Nope, said Peacemaker. Like Warner Brothers ain't playing. He said, what's the Force Awakens? Some shit that you happy you didn't see? Or you blank from your memory so hard that it doesn't exist anymore. It was a traumatic experience for you, so you blanked it from your memory because it was so traumatic.
Don't talk about like that. Oops, did I say that out loud?
Yeah, well, please say it out loud because, yeah, that's what the fuck it was. It was abuse to the child in you. They closed that door and had their way with him.
Yeah,
not a comfortable visual, just like that movie was not a comfortable visual. Was it?
I'm sorry, that movie was child abuse. That movie.
Last Jedi was a child abuse to me. That was the child abuse to me. I mean, like, for real, choking and smacking in the face, child abuse. Force Awakens was just, okay, we trying to pick this up. I was down with Force Awakens because I want the story to go forward. And most of the complaints you hear me leveling at Dave and John right now is, nigga, move the story forward. Move it forward past this shit. That's really what I want. Move the story forward. Stop being stuck in the muck and the mire of the goddamn Clone Wars. I'm not that taken by the Clone Wars like that. But then again, I wasn't 12 watching the cartoon. Move on. It's okay. If I want to watch 7 seasons of that shit, I'll go back and watch all of it. But in the meantime, let's keep the show going. So we don't have to run back to every fucking piece of shit small episode to find out, yeah, I put this person in there too. Why? Who gives a fuck? Who cares? But you had to watch the Rebels to know who this dude was. Dude, I didn't give a shit about the Rebels, just like I didn't give a shit about Clone Wars. Would you move on with the goddamn story and stop giving your greatest hits cameos and characters you just keep wanting to bring in? Put your toys back in the toy box. God damn. Like, can we move ahead? We got a whole universe and a whole extended universe worth of characters that deserve a spot in these shows that ain't nobody seeing because they spending too much time playing with their own shit. Jeez. Yeah. There was only one good thing about The Last Jedi: the emergence of new Jedi and getting away from the Skywalkers.
No.
I like the idea that there was, in Last Jedi, there was that little kid. The idea that, hey, there was this little kid, he might have the Force. Okay, as soon as he made the broom move, I thought Turbo was going to come out there with his ass and start, do, 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 do. I thought he was going to start breakdancing or some shit. But it did give a cool idea that the kid has in his mind of what the feminine rebellion is, the fembellion is, and he's looking to be out there one day. That would be an interesting plot point if you ever move the goddamn story forward to see this kid grown up a little bit more, maybe a year or two in another movie. That would be interesting. But it's just a throwaway thing because you'll never see a little fucker again ever. Because the people doing that shit apparently are not writers. Apparently not. I think JT was in here. Could you see that going forward as a show to say, yeah, this was this character, this was this kid. Remember that kid with the broom? Yeah, this is him. Later on, he tries to become a whole Jedi. Maybe he ended up at Rey's Jedi Temple, reading the same book she was reading. That would be something interesting. But they ain't had that planned. No, they just throwing shit in there. Fucking shitty ass gumbo with raisins in it. Force Awakens had me optimistic. It did too for me, Skillmonger, because Force Awakens was the one thing that could have not offended everybody. You got a new hope again. Like my boy Zach said, a new hope for a new generation. Because that's all it was. It was a carbon copy of A New Hope. Damn near a carbon copy. That's why I can't shit on it completely, because then I have to say, well, New Hope sucked. New Hope didn't suck. New Hope got me into the Star Wars franchise. J.J. Abrams came along and just gave you another one with some new characters doing the same shit. They just jumped the shark and had him fighting the main antagonist right in that first movie. Oh, they didn't have time to wait for you to stick around till, Empire. No, we got to do this shit right now, nigga. So we know that Rey is a badass. But why is she a badass all of a sudden? Didn't she just awaken to the Force? Like, I don't know, 15 minutes ago? Is she taking on Kylo Ren? Who's been trained in the Force for, I don't know, at least
10 years?
10 years? At least 10 years? And he getting beat like that? Then what you're really saying is Luke is a terrible fucking teacher then, huh? Holy shit. I guess that could be something. I guess that could be an idea. And Luke is just a shit teacher to his own nephew. The one kid that he got a lot of access and time with? Huh. I guess that'd be something to think about. But no, it still doesn't track. Because Rey had no teaching. She just got it like that, right? Because she wanted to have that ability. The fuck out of here. That's what made that suck. You got another Death Star, just Death Star planet. Another canyon chase scene. Another torpedo in the exhaust port. The fucking banana in the tailpipe. You got the same shit all over again. New hope, new generation. And best believe any kid that was 10 years old that saw that shit, That is their new hope for them. That's what new hope is for them. So I was optimistic on where they could go, but you saw where they went. Down the fucking tubes. Slapping the fan base in the face the whole time they doing it. Like, fuck you, we got it now. We're going to do what we want with this shit. Vaginas for everybody. I doubt they'll bring Finn back in these next movies. I doubt he'll come back. What the fuck you mean, bring him back? That's going to take some convincing. That's going to take some hellified fucking convincing. Now, apparently John and Dave were pretty good at convincing folks that they got Mark Hamill back on. Got Hayden back on. They got Daisy Ridley back on. They got Adam Driver back on. So apparently they got some good shit that they told them that made them want to come back to this franchise and do something else in the franchise. That'll be cool and forward and let, reinstill this, rebuild themselves in a sense, right? But who they ain't got is John Boyega, who has been very critical of this shit, and they ain't got Oscar Isaac, who didn't want no parts of this shit no more. He said that shit damaged his career. And the only person's career who's actually been damaged from that shit has been Daisy Ridley's, which I feel bad for. Because it's not her fault.
Bad actress.
It's not her fault. That shit is not her fault. I don't blame her for that shit. Her acting was better than fucking Lizzo's. So her getting shit because we don't like the Ray character is not her fault. We don't like the Ray character for whoever told you this was the way that fucking character should be, which was KK. So fuck her and fuck Ray. Now, from what I understand, John and Dave got her back on because they're changing the Ray character. They're changing that character. They ain't going backwards. They're going forwards. Thank fucking God. But they're changing that character up. Taking that Skywalker shit off of her. Taking that off of her. Giving her her own last name. And trying to repair that character. Because that's all you can do at this point. All you can do is retcon that bitch. That's all you can do. Move forward, retcon. That's all you can do with her. Because you can't go back to formula and start it over again. Just retcon her. Let us say she had an awakening, an understanding, I don't give a fuck what happened. She was hormonal, whatever. Just fix it and move forward. So, that Skywalker shit will be gone with her. And she will come back. I don't have a problem with Daisy Ridley coming back and the Rey character retooled, retconned, coming back. I don't have a problem with that. As long as they fix the shit. As long as they fixed it, I don't have a problem with that character coming back. Because I want Daisy Ridley to have her chance to fucking shine just the same way I wasn't mad at Ahmed Best for showing up in The Mandalorian. And I would hope John Boyega gets to come back and not be the sweaty face, running, scared-ass slave. Fuck you, Kathleen Kennedy, for that one, too. I would hope he would get to come back and actually show who he is. Be an actor with some decent fucking material. I would want that for him. I don't mind a redemption story, just like I don't mind a revenge story at all. Because sometimes people need to be some vengeance need to be raw on some motherfuckers. And sometimes you need to give folks another chance and let them show this is what I can really do. Like Hayden getting to come back, and they gave him that shitty ass Kenobi show to come back here. I'm happy to see Hayden back. I didn't have a problem with Hayden. He was a kid. But I do like seeing him come back and getting to be Darth Vader. Hopefully with some better goddamn material next time. The shit they gave him was garbage. They turned Vader into a whole fucking psychopath. Like, just killing kids and daddies just for the fuck of it. Like, what is that about? He wasn't even doing anything. Like, god damn. You just turned him into Michael Myers in this bitch. What the fuck is that? Hey, Darth Vader? There's no purpose. There's no honor. It doesn't even make any sense. chick thinking? Oh, forgot. Because it's about a feeling. You should be afraid of Darth Vader. Because he's so big and intimidating. You should be afraid of him because the motherfucker's smart, too. He can kill you with a thought. What up, JL West? He said Finn had a chance to be like Kyle Katarn, but they screwed that up. Yeah, he did. And they're bringing Kyle Katarn into some of the shit they got planned for Star Wars. They're going to bring Kyle Katarn in. I like Kyle. I think it's Kyle and his kids. No, that's the Horn kids. I'm sorry. I like Kyle. I like Coran Horn. I'd like to see them show up as some shit. If they wanted to fix Star Wars for me, just jump the fuck ahead and start with the kids. Even though you kind of fucked that up, turning Kylo into Ben. Fucking God, these fucking people. Kind of fucked it up a little bit. You can kind of unfuck it. Something I heard that they were trying to give Luke his own child with Mara Jade in this current scenario. I said, well, if you want to fix it, call his son Jason. Call him Jason. That'll fix it. Since we got to have a Ben Solo, which didn't exist before they uttered that dumb shit in this movie, well, let's have a Jason Skywalker. Fuck it. Fuck it. It'll be a nice joke for people who look back on that shit. It's like, is this the same character? No. Completely different, but the same. So it'll fix it for me. I'm sorry, I talked too much. I got AB silent. That was only one good thing about the last Jedi. The only good thing about the Last Jedi was that it ended. It ended with credits. That was a good thing about it. That shit was over in less time than a 3-hour shitty movie. Less time spent. And then JL said, I did bring Finn back in the next movie. Yeah, I read that one. But that's it. You got anything, AB? If nobody has anything, if the chat has gone silent, nobody's talking, nobody else came up, I'm going to go in here and get myself some enchiladas and a michelada and see if I can't wind down my day. Go ahead.
Yeah, if you got $10, buy Paramount Plus for once and watch Picard episode season 3.
For 1 month?
Yep.
Season 3? Is season 3 done yet? Maybe I'll do it after it's done. So then I can just binge on one good time. How many episodes is it?
So far 8.
8. How many is for the season? How many was last season? That should be a better point.
About 11 or 12.
12, so 12 episodes. Okay, so it's a 12er. Okay. So that means if I get Paramount Plus, I have to binge on 24 shit episodes to get to 12 good ones. It's like the reverse of the Mandalorian. Like you got 24 good ones, and now you're getting 8 shitty ones. It's like the absolute reverse of the Mandalorian. Like, wow, that's funny as fuck.
Like, the first 2 episodes of season 2 is pretty good because you're dealing with Q.
Q was always fun. Q was fun. Q was always fun. Yeah. I wouldn't want the way my brain is wired, if I started on 3, I'd be thinking about season 1 and 2 first. Which means I have to commit to doing 24 episodes of shit. Yeah. Or at least 12 episodes of shit. And being relieved when it got good by season 3.
Yeah, be sure to hold your nose because there's a lot of feminism bullshit in the first two seasons.
So I need to hold my nose when I'm diving into the gyno wash, huh? Like,
yep.
Like, oh my God, the moistness. Let me not drown in the moistness. Jesus Christ. All right, thanks for the warning, though. I appreciate the warning. I appreciate the warning. Like,
yeah, look, hold your nose when you dive in, bro, because yeah,
look, That's more of a warning than Jaren got when he went to the waters of Lake Minamando.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, that happened to me before when I was a kid. Like, holy shit. Didn't know about that cliff, did you? I guess he didn't know the ledge. You can't make an omelet without breaking a few eggs here. No shit. I ain't trying to make an omelet. I'm just trying to watch some television and not have my brain scooped out while I'm doing it and drowning in feminine products. Vagisil. In the meantime. Holy shit. Should I watch season 2 of Bad Batch? Skillmonger, let me come close to the screen so I can tell you. Fuck no! Don't watch that shit. Fuck no. Don't watch that shit. I haven't even watched the season finale, and I had time last night. You know what I did instead of watching the season finale of Bad Batch season 2 last night? I watched fucking Riddick. I watched Riddick. Vin Diesel, Katie Sackhoff, a bunch of some fucking Dave Bautista. I watched that instead of watching the season finale of Bad Batch season 2. That's how much that shit has just really got my hackles up about. I can't even make myself watch it. And I had time. I had fucking time. I got home early. Y'all saw it on here. I didn't go to the movies. I went home. I showered. I ordered food. I ate. I'm laying in bed early, chilling. I'm like, well, I need something to watch. Bad Batch? Fuck that. Fuck that. I'll watch anything else but that. That shit got no play. I'm fucking damn near refusing, but I'm a completist. So I need to finish out the review, so I will have to watch it eventually. But god damn it, it's not the first thing on my list. It is not. Maybe after some drinks. But no, sir. No. Don't watch that shit. You will live a long and fruitful life not watching it. Just know this. Like a Last Jedi or Return to Skywalker, whatever the fuck that piece of shit was called. There are some good parts, Rise of Skywalker. There are some good scenes in it. But the rest of it is still shit. So you can go get soft serve and have it be shit. But just know, in that soft serve shit, there are a couple of M&Ms. Do you still want the shit in your mouth? To wait till you get to the M&Ms? Or do you want to say, fuck it, I'll just go buy a bag of M&Ms? Because that's what it's going to be. That's what it's going to be. But you watch at your own risk. I don't usually tell people what to watch and what not to watch, but you asked me straight up, and I told you, fuck no, don't waste your time. Don't ruin it for you. Look, like I said before, patrons saying to geekdom, I'm suffering for y'all. If I didn't have to report on this shit, I would have steered clear. But they had me for season 1. I was in. Down with the Bad Batch. I was in for that shit. Bad Batch season 1 got me to want to go back and watch the rest of the Clone Wars shit. Season 2 made me mad as fuck that I even liked season 1. Because they totally took a shit on me for liking season 1. I don't know what the hell they did with season 2, but it was garbage. Every week. Garbage. I don't even want to watch the finale. I'm just glad this shit is over. Like, oh God, they stopped the psychological torture. Cool. They broke the whip they were beating me with. Thank God. No, but that's me. That's my feeling on it. You might have something completely different. So watch at your own risk, but take that under advisement. Just like AB is telling me to plug my nose when I dive into Picard, season 1 or 2. Thanks for the heads up, homie. I will have the whole 20,000 Leagues dive bell suit on. So I can still breathe, but I'm trudging through the water. But other than that, yeah. Well, I got to finish. I always have to stay for the money shot. Well, there you go, no one. You You're gonna get it. You're gonna get your money shot too, right in the face, nigga. But that's your business. Act like you showed up for a Gallagher show or something. I don't know. Looks like Ahsoka got all the attention. Yes. Yes, that's all I've heard. I haven't even seen the trailer yet. But all I've been hearing is about what Ahsoka's going to be. It's going to be the new main show, all the rest of this shit. And I'm like, oh, so Dave got on something he really gave a fuck about, huh? His character. Yeah, I'm not surprised that'll be the best fucking thing. That it got a lot of attention. Yeah, it got a lot of attention. No shit. It's his character in her own show. Do I think it's not going to get his undivided attention? Do I not think that? The fuck out of here. Why don't you focus some of that goddamn attention on the rest of these goddamn characters in this universe? How about that? Lore master. That's the part that's pissing me off. You overly focused on your own characters. They're gonna make your own goddamn universe. Fucking hell. Peace, AB. But yeah, that's yeah. So I'll do a reaction for the trailer because I have to watch the trailer because I heard it came out. And I also got to watch that second Into the Spider-Verse trailer. And what else? There was another one that came out. There's 3 trailers that came out this week that I have to watch and do reactions to. But I'm going to go ahead and jump off of here. I'm about 2 hours in, and I'm getting hungry, and I'm getting hoarse because I keep fucking yelling. And I told y'all I was already kind of irritated, but I'll start talking about some shit that really gets my goat a little bit more. So I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. Appreciate AB being brave enough to come up onto the panel and bat it around with me a little bit. I did answer, at least for me, the first question, both parts of the question. Do I think Disney would sell Lucasfilms? No, it would be too much of a loss for them. But the second part of the questions was, if they sold it, who do I think they would sell it to? I think Sony would pick it up. I think Sony would pick it up and turn it into something really great again. I really do. I believe they would because they care about it enough. Because obviously, the people that Disney has presiding over the Lucasfilm franchise do not care about this material at all. They hate it and they want it destroyed. So anybody but them would be in better hands to take care of it. So that's it for me. Appreciate you guys coming through. Appreciate the people who donated in the chat, Malika and Aaron. Appreciate you. I'm going to get out of here, and I will see you guys next time. A Geek Speaks. Peace.